Hey, collective. Lip here. So, I have something interesting here. So I was guided to grab my Romeo R&J Romeo Love Oracle deck, right? And the last time I read these little inserts that it comes with. Oh my God, my battery's about to die. Great. It's been a while. Okay, so this is basically the story about what happens in each act and scene. Like more meaning about what's going on. Okay, in each card. Synopsis. So this can be really good. Okay. These little cards, but right here. Okay, I remember when I was doing one of the readings I did when I said I shuffled it a little differently. I forgot which one it was. But it's just interesting because I'm reading this, and the way that I did it differently was this way. There's a few ways to shuffle a deck. You could shuffle until one card sticks out dramatically, and that's what I was doing instead of having the flying out. Yeah, sticks out dramatically or even flies out. And you might shuffle until you get a feeling to stop and pick the card on the top of the deck at the moment. Sometimes, I go with, usually when I pick the cards from the top of the deck or the bottom of the deck or the top, I usually focus on the top 3 cards, okay? And then I'll shuffle again. Sometimes I'll be guided to do the top 6, but usually it's the top 3 cards, okay? Anyways, and then another one is ask your intuition how many cards to draw from a deck. You can draw as few as 1 card or as many as your space allows. Once you pull your cards, lay them down, face down on the surface in front of you. Okay? Yeah, this tells you how to do a reading. Come to the cards with a blank, open mind. When reading for yourself, make sure you're alone in a quiet place where you can tune into your own energy. Then, while holding the deck in your hands, consider where you could use some guidance right now. Your intuition will always tell you what you need to know in the moment. That means the most pressing issue that comes to mind might surprise you. Yeah, like I was surprised at the things that be coming up in these cards, If reading for someone else, just concentrate on the other person as you're shuffling the cards, okay? Yeah. So, it's another one. Turn them over one by one. That's what I would do sometimes, like with the deck. Sometimes I would just go through the whole deck, Each reading is different. Turn them over one by one. What are your first thoughts about what a card means for you or the person you are reading for? Usually our initial intuitive hits are the most profound. Expect some of these to come as surprises, guidance, or insight you have never considered before. Okay? But right here, this is significant. Tip for accurate readings. There are very few hard and fast rules when it comes to working with these divination tools, but there are a few things more to keep in mind as you go. Treat your deck like a sacred object. And I was getting that because before I turned on the camera, I was like, it just sucks because I try to make up excuses and it's always being negative about myself, about why my channel is not working and stuff like that. And, it just keeps coming back to like, really, is it that I'm not organized? Is that because I'm a mess and people are judging me because, that I let people into the chaos of my life? I never really showed that before. And then I just decided to be more. Well, no, it's just because I didn't have this issue until, I couldn't get the medication I needed. And it's just part of the obstacles that I'm trying to get over. But I feel so disorganized, so chaotic, and it just sucks, that people judge me because I do it from my bed, which I know a lot of tarot readers do it from their beds. But maybe their beds are more prettier. Maybe they put makeup on or, whatever the case may be. But none of that matters because I've seen plenty of other readers that don't have any of that or whatever. It makes no sense as to why my views are going lower. And it's just so crazy that nobody cares to stand up by my side or help me fight this or help me prove this. I can't sit here and just take pictures all day to do it. But at least support me. At least fucking realize, entertain that this is happening to me. Does anybody care?